afternoon, Your Eminence. I am Raffaello Sanzio from Urbino, but I go as Raphael. Your Eminence, I believe I am the best artist for this position because I am talented, versatile, diligent, and one of the top portrait painters. I would be honored to be appointed and paint many portraits for you. Now let us go and talk about my artworks. On the left here we have Madonna of the Meadow. Here I have used two triangles to position the three subjects, Madonna, Baby Jesus, and John the Baptist. Now before I explain how I positioned it, I have to say that these three subjects are idolized by our community. So the triangles I used was here with Madonna, John the Baptist, and Jesus, and I also have one where I positioned John the Baptist and Jesus as well. Another important thing I must mention is that the background is slightly plainer because I wanted the audience or the people who look at my paintings to mainly focus on these three. Now, with the next painting, we have the portrait of Baldassare Castiglione. He is a very admirable man. He is part of the court and is a literary author. Here, I have positioned the clothing that he is wrapped in and his hat so I could enhance his looks. Another thing I've done is I have made the background plainer to also emphasize his looks. What I feel like I've done is I have made his body parts and his facial features very realistic. On the right here we have the Transfiguration, and it's been split into two parts. We have Jesus and we have his disciples. Jesus is wearing a white robe, and the color white represents purity and innocence, as is Jesus. He is being looked at by his disciples. Now the situation is there is a boy who is possessed, and his disciples, or the people who look up to Jesus, are trying to cure this boy. But what can they do? What they can do is rely on Jesus because he is very powerful. What's happening here is Jesus is going to help the boy. What I've done here, very carefully, is, as you can see, his disciples are dressed up with colored robes. The colored robes represent different colors, different emotions, and therefore different shade how they're compared to Jesus, so they're not as important. And it just shows how much they really do admire him and how Jesus is really important. I feel like I have captured all the realistic attributes in all these paintings. I could say so myself. Next. Why I should be appointed to this position? First of all, I have a range of art skills, such as perspective, clarity, and I can accurately draw body parts. 2. I was apprenticed to the Honorable Perugino. 3. At the age of 17, I was considered an art master. 4th, I was taught by the one and only Giovanni Santi and the amazing Cristoforo Vanucci at his workshop, and learning art from both of them was an absolute honor. I trust that I've demonstrated that I'm the best person for this position. Thank you.